There's this thing called the plain truth. He says, it's plain truth. I discovered the plain truth, which was hidden for 2,000 years. I discovered it, sitting down in my closet and thinking it through, and nobody else thinks these things through except me. And here it is. This is where it is, just plain and simple. And he gives you a lot of hogwash, having his subjective view of things, where he can present this where it's just plain and simple. And that's the way it is. And millions of people follow him. Not all of them are his actual followers, part of his cult, but many people take it very seriously and think it makes very great sense. And he will tell you all kinds of things. That Christ died on Wednesday and was resurrected on Saturday, according to deductions from everything, even though it says in the scripture, early on the first day of the week. He has an explanation to explain that away, and how it was really not Friday but Wednesday, and how to account for 3 days. Not the third day, but 3 days, 72 hours. And, well, he gives you all kinds of fantastic things like that, mixed in with all kinds of true things. And if you are not capable of discerning, you can get into all kinds of trouble. Even our sectarians look very much to him, because they have a very similar outlook. They are the Seventh-day Adventists. And they will tell you that after the first 60 years or something of this era, some 30 years after the resurrection of Christ, there is the missing century, or something like that. All of a sudden truth went out, underground or away or something. It didn't come back again until this Armstrong appeared. And the same thing is true with other sectarians. Ellen White has the same kind of philosophy. There are different varieties of it. Some will say that it was Constantine who did the bad things. Usually they date it much earlier, so they don't have to accept anything that comes after that. And they can't explain very well how it is that it was a council of the church in the 2nd, early 3rd century that determined the canon of Scripture. So you have to get people to understand how a council could determine that, if the council was already in an apostate state. But they accept that decree of the council. It's very interesting, you can find it very illogical about that.